Welcome to the second half, part two, final part, whatever you want to call it, of my Formula GP Let's Play. As part of my Midas Mayhem event. In this segment, like I said, we're going to go through the second half of the game. So, with that, let's get into the gameplay. So, let's just keep going. Autogarten, next track. High-speed ringent. Blue. It's blue. That shit blue. Alright. Let's speed in the ring at high. There's like a weird piece of stitching on the shirt that keeps like itching right here. And it's really annoying. If you're looking for a GBA racing game specifically to play Rico, I highly recommend the GT Advance trilogy. Go! Time for the second half of Formula GP. And it's probably going to be just as easy as the first half. Yeah, sure. Wonder what this track's supposed to be. Fuji, clearly. TV. I was so main the blue car. It is a pretty nice shade of blue. Whoops, that's the wrong button. I mean, I have to main the pink car because that's my brand, but, like, this is a nice shade of blue. It was it had a high-speed ripoff. Moto Racer 2. That's probably what you're thinking of, Tank. Nice game. It's very mediocre, boring. First game, nope. It was the second one. Those are some fun games. First two Moto Racers. Ooh, actually, speaking of Moto Racer, that's another good game, good GBA game, Moto Racer Advance. That was surprisingly, like, really fun. Especially after the dog shit that was Moto Racer 3 and, for the most part, Moto Racer World Tour. Well, yes, World Tour was the one with the loading bug. Which is still hilarious that was a thing. It's okay, you can finish the game. Heights, Spingo Ringo. Yes. You could finish World Tour, you just have to wait literally an hour for it to go back to the menu. Some merch. I mean, if you're buying merch, like, to pay respects for somebody, no. If you're doing it to, like, resell it and make a profit off of someone's sudden death, then yes, you are a terrible person. Surely someone knows. You know, I don't think they made it that far in QA, judging by the rest of the game. Considering how broken the Supercross tracks were, by super broken I mean impossible difficulty-wise, I don't think there was much QA and playtesting. And can barely do 3D, so that's some great racing games. It's honestly surprising how well like some studios manage to do 3D on the GBA. Like I played through all the Need for Speed GBA games. Those were all 3D, like 3D graphics, and they were actually, for the most of them were pretty good. GBA ported to Doom. Oh, I wonder what GBA bit crunched E1M1 sounded like. I'm not caring at all. I mean, wouldn't be able to carry, you'd be dead. Anyways. The GBA port. Oh well, what's the point then? The Carfort. What's up, King? What's up, Jericho? Long time no see. That's the squeaky song. Four cards, four furious. Jobs keep me from watching. That's understandable. Life be like that. It's John Anime. Not too tired. One streams to checking in. I also feel that. Hope you've been doing well. Too bad it didn't show up when I was playing a good game, but you know. Been well too. I've been trying. Mission screen for the final level. Interesting. It's PS1, yeah. This came out in, no one knows what day it came out, 2003. For the PS1. Yeah, 2003. Yeah, Hot Pursuit 2 predates this game, which is hilarious to think about. Oh yeah, I'm also playing 5-Star Racing right after this. I mean, this is only going to take like another less than an hour. And I did not want one of my day off work streams to just be 2 hours. So we're double dipping tonight. Sounds really trippy. Start playing a real racing game. Trying to think of Nope, I can't find the punchline. I'm just gonna say Garfield Kart and leave it at that. Oh, Underground 2. Oh, an actual. Okay, yeah. Based, actually. Underground 2 is a great game. It only came out 1 year after this. Mind. I have no idea how to navigate the world with the OST fucks. Oh, that was during like peak EA licensed soundtracks. Every game they had banger after banger after banger. Oh, just kind of drive around, do shit, find things that let you do other shit. Immerse yourself in the world. Is it PS1 emulate bit for bit? I mean, that question is above my pay grade. I don't know all the technical ins and outs, but yeah, I'm sure there is not. This is not perfect emulation of the PlayStation. I mean, there really is no perfect emulation, so. But it's close enough to perfect. In most cases. Stop and jam out to Skindred for half an hour, yeah. The Shameless special. Isn't there like a Burger King in Underground 2? So after you have banger after banger, you can have burger after burger. Yeah, I think Duck Station at this point is about as close to 1-to-1 as you can get with actual hardware. Quack. Hello, losers. I am here to lap you all. Unless as if... Oh, yeah. No. These are just F1 style cars. There's no licensing at all in this game. Really? PPS's PP has come that far? Shit. That's sick, actually. What game was it? Oh! I do remember I actually had to revert to an older version of PPS's PP for one game, and I think that was Need for Speed Shift. Because for some reason it actually emulates worse on newer versions. I don't know if they've fixed that since then, because this has been like at least a year ago, maybe 2. Let's go to more. Really good Saturn emulator out there. Oh, I didn't know Saturn emulations. I need whoever works on 3DS emulation to figure out how to get Ridge Racer 3D to not break. I need this bad. Yeah, this is literally just the GP section of All-Star Racing 2, but as its own game. Audio mirror. Came out well. Oh, hell yeah. I don't really know if there's like anything on the Saturn that I would have interest in playing, I guess. Maybe Sega Rally? I could pump around the Saturn version of NASCAR 98 for shits and giggles, maybe. But, like, that's cool, though. I also need XEMU to, like, get better. Because I really want to play Apex, but it still emulates like shit. N64 1-to-1. Actually, I think that's one of the consoles that still has like a lot of problems when it comes to emulation stuff is the N64. It's the final lap. It sure was. Honestly, it's really nice to see emulation developing as much as it has, just for game preservation. Also, the new recent trend of a bunch of games getting decompiled and stuff, and just getting native PC ports. Like, people are decompiling like GBA games to work on PC. It's great. I saw there's a team working on decompilations of the Sonic Advance trilogy. 5-star racing as achievements. I assume retro achievements, which I don't give a shit, honestly. Cool for those who do, but I don't. Why? Why not, I guess? Yeah, interesting if you're a, you know, person who likes to do retro achievement stuff, but I don't. I'm just not into it. Alright, so that was the Autogarten. Next up, Nocvest Arena, which I think is a newer All-Star Racing 2 track, so we'll get in whatever this is, and GitHub link. I'll look into it later, I guess. Dojis be worth if when. I mean, there still is that, like, as great as emulation is, there's still nothing beats being able to just put an actual disc in an actual console and play it that way. There's just something. Oh, this is the street course for the bikes in All-Star Racing 2, I think. Someone did a review of this game. Yeah, someone shared that on my Discord. It's like, oh, interesting. I think this is worse than F198. I personally have never played F198, but at least that's like a video game that does things. I mean, okay. This is it's hard to pinpoint this game, because it is not terrible. It's not good. It's not terrible. It's horrifically boring, though, because it's too easy. It was interesting watching that video, because that person had no clue. Like, I have the knowledge of, like, the Kung Fu games lore now through playing all these games, and seeing someone who just reviews this game, only this game, in complete isolation of all the other games, including the one that it was copy-pasted from, like the Kung Fu universe. Alright, there's your one tank. Buy physical SNES lately. Oh, that'd be sick. I wish I was still in a financial situation where I could collect physical video games. Unfortunately, you know, only Kung Fu gameplay so far. You know what? It's going to be hilarious when they get to All-Star Racing 2 and realize, wait a minute, isn't this just Formula GP? Like a quarter of it? I saw they also, I kind of looked at their channel just to kind of see, and I saw they also recently did a video on Tony Stewart's sprint car racing, which was very intriguing to see anybody who's not a sprint racing sicko play that game. Exhibition place in any sort of sim. Discord. I do have a Discord. You know, I was going to make a joke about exhibition place being in kart precision racing, but nah. I don't really know what the Markham track is. Like, I don't know any. I've never heard of what this track is, like geographically or anything. You know what's kind of funny? Just thinking about it. All-Star Racing 1, you know, there's a couple tracks there that are blatantly inspired by Gran Turismo tracks, and then All-Star Racing 2, there's tracks that are obviously inspired by, like, actual real-life racing circuits. I don't know, just thought it was interesting to point out. Oh, thank you for the bits, Jericho. Holy shit. 500. 500 big ones. Damn. Crazy. Is 5-star racing used for your region title? It's a separate game. Hang on, I gotta figure out how to explain this. I'm not playing 5-star racing yet. That'll be after I finish this game. I'm going to be playing 5-star racing later tonight, but right now I'm playing Formula GP. By the way, 5-star racing does not have a YouTube category, which is a bit annoying. You know you're playing obscure garbage when it's hard to find even categories for them on Twitch and YouTube. This would be cool. 10 €. Oh, slop. Head out, trying to suffer in Dark Souls 3 DLC. Oh god. Have fun darkening your soul. 3. Thanks for hanging out for a bit. It was fine until Rain City. I unfortunately don't know anything about Dark Souls 3, so I'm just gonna say, damn. Oh, I believe you. I'm sure. Like someone photographing themselves giving a middle finger to a bad game sounds like a very common practice. How bad is 5-star racing? I guess we'll find out in a couple hours. Actually, probably less than an hour. I only have 2 races left in this. This game sucks. It's not very good. Like The problem with these games, by these games, I mean basically the past 4 games I've played, is they're not good. They're not necessarily that bad. They're just so easy that it's just boring. Like, I know I'm kind of enhancing it by doing the longest races that's or longest race length that's possible in the game, which no one should do. But like, even doing 3-lap races in these games would be boring because it's just so easy. Like, I'm in the lead before the end of lap 1 in every race almost. And that's the biggest flaw with these games. Other than All-Star Racing 1 and Mille Miglia, which Mille Miglia had a few of those tracks that were painfully easy, but the rest of the game was kind of crazy enough to make up for that. But like, All-Star Racing 1, I think so far has been the best of this specific bunch, because most races in that game were challenging. A couple of them were impossible to win on hard because they were too challenging, but they kept me engaged with the game. These games, I'm literally just trying... I desperately need help from chat to keep me going here, because otherwise I'd be sitting in silence just lapping these tracks. Immediately. Cannot imagine anyone bought them. I don't know. I don't know how the freaking European shovelware market worked. I mean, they never left the PlayStation 1. This company made 3 more games, spoiler alert. And Kung Fu Games has never made a video game ever since. At least not under the name Kung Fu Games. There's 2 of them. We need 3 more. 1 person flipping off for each star. On your right rear. Which we only have 1 more race remaining of your right rear. I did finally calculate the standings and the points. It took me a while to get the motivation to do it, but I did it this morning. It's interesting. Speaking of interesting, I've gotten some interesting ideas, and my ambition may be larger than what I'm actually capable of doing, but we might see. The 5 middle fingers of doom. It's like the Infinity Stones, but for PS1 shovelware. Or hating on PS1 shovelware. Basically, there's been some dominoes where I think about this one thing, and then I'm like, okay, maybe I'll do this one thing, but, ooh, because of that, I should do this thing, and then do this thing, and this thing, and this, and that, and this, and that, and this, and that, and this, and that, and then bubble. The middle hand. It's like collecting the 5 pieces of Exodia. The five middle fingers of you know, the forbidden hand. God damn it, I'm so close to getting a freaking sub 1 minute lap. I'm sure I did it, and pretty sure I raced the bikes here. In All-Star Racing 2. Or you really want to play something, but you want to do it in a specific order, requires playing some other stuff. Literally everything I do, Rico. Like, every game I wasn't paying attention. Every game franchise, I'm like, I really want to play this game, but I also want to play them all chronologically, so... Like... trying to think of an example that I haven't done yet. Let's see. stand by. This is more difficult than I thought it was going to be. Like, I really want to play, like, Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy VII, haha, 6, 7. But I feel the need and the necessity to... One, I still need to finish Final Fantasy IV, the After Years. Two, I feel like I have to play Final Fantasy V before that as well. I know narratively they're completely separate entities, but, like, they're in a chronological thing here. Now, this one was Midas, Isara. Phoenix was, this is... Spoiler alert, this was the last game, or last Kung Fu game published by Midas. Motorcycle Games, this dev publisher? Yes. Or like Kingdom Hearts, like I just want to replay Kingdom Hearts 2, just because I love that game and the combat's amazing in it. Gotta play Kingdom Hearts 1 though before I do that. And then Chain of Memories. You know what fucks me up, right? Is this published by them? I can definitely tell you that this was published by Midas. I was gonna say you might be looking at the wrong thing, Isara. Wrong game. Is Midas somehow does not have a Wikipedia page. There's no Wikipedia page about Midas Interactive Entertainment. How? Phoenix Games has one. But Midas somehow doesn't. Like, what? Kingdom Hearts 2 is my all-time favorite RPG. It's so good, man. It's so good. I love Kingdom Hearts 2 so much. I turn all the games that touch shit, yeah. It's the opposite of the... It's the Midas touch, but in the other direction. Yes, Tank. That's the one with the kid whose weapon is a giant key. Michael Schumacher karting game? I don't think that was published by Midas, was it? Nobody remembers. Gamer company's so bad you don't even get a wiki page. Silence for a minute until we go to the next track, which we have 2 more to complete here in Formula GP. 2! Next up is Hill Valley. Oh yeah, we've driven all the color variants. I guess we'll go for this nice blue for this one. Because I like this blue. From Back to the Future? Yes. Offer males by competition partner. I mean, reusing tracks isn't really necessarily a bad thing. Again, Gran Turismo. You wouldn't dog on Gran Turismo for or Polyphony for having high speed ring in every game in Grand Valley. Video system. So like reusing tracks, that's like I don't have a problem with that. Because literally the most popular racing game franchise of all time does that exact thing. Because it has to be. I agree, Rico. Like, not every game has to have absolute brand new everything. Like, you can reuse stuff. You can repurpose assets. It's fine. The only problem I have with it in this case is a direct copy-paste with no changes. Like, it's the exact same cars. Maybe the colors choices are different from All-Star Racing 2, I don't remember. Project Motor Racing. It's okay, Project Motor Racing doesn't exist. We don't acknowledge its existence. And, like, if a company's made, like, a cool original racetrack, why not show it off in multiple different games? No, Weasel, it doesn't exist. It's not a game at all. It doesn't exist. Oh yeah, it can absolutely be a detriment tank. It's how you use it. It's how you reuse those assets. Use your chat program on the overlay. I don't know. It might be. It breaks sometimes. The overlay breaks sometimes, and it'll just spam like 10 YouTube chat comments in a row. Games is still active. Current tracks in the Grid series. You know what? Yeah, Okutama's a cool track. It's very intimidating to me. I can never figure out that track, but I do like Okutama. Also, I can't. I have to mention this because I can't talk about reusing a track, an iconic circuit, without talking about Ridge Racer. Whether you call it the beginner track, Sunny Beach, Seaside, Route 765, iconic track. Love that track. And I'm glad it's in multiple Ridge Racer games. Doom Awakening. Huh. Fridge Racer. Almost whole decade. I mean, I guess it makes sense. How else are you gonna reload an AK-47? Unless you're just trying to show off. Music, the Dunzik. Shout out to the floating trees. Audio credits. So I guess they worked on... Maybe they were one of the composers for the generic music of these games. You guys worked on this grid? Interesting. Like Race Driver Grid or Grid 19? Oh, that's... Race Driver. Oh. It's pretty neat. Shadow the Hedgehog cone. That looks like a gun. Yeah? Oh damn, they're actually vaguely keeping up this time on this track. I just realized that. We ain't winning this one by a lap. Nice. Cool. Goes with the first grid now. Yeah, they've tried to recapture lightning in the bottle, but it didn't quite work out. The entire gaming space is different now. Like, unless some freaking, like, random indie developer makes their own grid, like their own race driver grid with as much quality, yeah. We ain't getting that. Yeah, we're not getting that stuff like that back, unfortunately. Are you spoiling everything for 5-star racing? Let's find out together, please. Director of 43 remake. Can't believe I'm getting info dumped on 5-star racing of all things. Say. Oh, I remember what I was going to... Well, I don't remember exactly what I was going to say, but it was along the lines of support indie devs. If you want games like how games used to be, support indie devs. Because they still make those games. Obviously to a much smaller scale, but... Spoiler. I mean, literally, I mean, we haven't launched the game yet, so literally any information about that game is technically a spoiler. Jacking shit to his name, yeah. All we know is that Kung Fu developed it, Midas published it, and it came out sometime in 2003. That's about it. 5 laps to go. Ah, that's a wall. Speaking of indie devs, by the way, circling back to that, I cannot wait for Super Woden GP3 to drop. Finally, the people who are too pussy to learn isometric racing can have fun again. Can experience the brilliance of the Woden GP series. €10 gas station game. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, this is very much just a low-budget slop design, by design. hey, we shit this out and charge like 10, 20 bucks for it, pounds, euros, whatever.
Excuse me.
Alright, final lap of the penultimate race of this game. Music has left the chat. Again. What's up, Outsider? No more music. Music does loop. There's one music track in this game and across All-Star Racing 2 and Truck Racing that just like is either extremely quiet or just doesn't play any audio. Cause like we do get multiple music tracks that play during the race. It's just that there's one track for some reason that either just doesn't play anything or is so goddamn quiet you can't hear it. Anyway, it's time for our final race of Formula GP, Boulder Raceway. AKA totally not Autumn Ring Mini. Nope. Definitely not. And of course we're ending this in the pink car. Cuz I mean I'm the pink fits guy. Of course I have to finish this in the pink car. It wouldn't be right if I did it any other way, or if I chose any other color. Remember, chat, it's fucking pink. Alright, here we go. Final 15 laps of Formula GP, go! A lightish red. I'm gonna turn your dome into a lightish red. I'm gonna bop you. Sock boppers. Alright. And we're in the lead for the end of lap 1, as is usual. Yeah, Tank actually made himself light red. Incredible. This feels weird. Eh, you get used to it. One day, you know, it's fucking pink. Next day, ah yes, pink. Pink. I need my spring green. But it's almost summer. I got it. We're flying 37-32. Don't know how that compares to up laps in other games around this track. Whoop. You know, I just thought of something else, going back to the reusing like original tracks across multiple games discussion. And that's the fact that, like, no one bats an eye when real tracks get reused multiple times across the same game in a franchise. So, why can't the original tracks also get that treatment? You know? How many fucking thousands of games have frickin' Spa and Nürburgring? Come on. Just let me have this. $36.64. Poorly drawn penguin. If you rotate it 180 degrees, I can see the vision. Oh, seems crazy. This is what, the third time I've done this exact thing in this amount of time. 80% racing games by volume. And not just Laguna Seca itself, but Laguna Seca inspired tracks. I mean, we had one in Mille Miglia, there's the one in Star Wars Racer. I'm sure there's many other examples. Mafia. That's hilarious, actually. It's really cool. Star Wars Racer. I mean, it was relevant to the conversation. I don't want to spoil too much, but there is a Midas adjacent game that I'm not going to get to anytime soon that I found has 2 instances of Laguna Seca in it. Not even kidding, it's 2 different tracks, but the same layout. And neither of them are actually licensed. Yeah, the double lagoon. Twin ring Laguna. The twin lagoon. There we go, we got there in the end. Double lagoon, oh no. Oh hey, the silent track is playing again. Lagoon. There's a gooning joke in there somewhere. This track makes me miss Autumn Ring. No, 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 not me. Whoops. Small cut, it's fine. Bootleg versions of tracks, I do. Middle album Rex. I always forget Alpine Ring is kind of small-shaped, isn't it? 37 albums in the music channel. Oh. Well, she got what she asked for, I guess. You know, it took me the longest time to realize that Blue Mountain Raceway was Bathurst-int. Sometimes I'm not observant. Anyways, it's the final lap of Formula GP. Tuning your board. Yeah, actually, yeah. Oh, speaking of Music Reaper, have you seen the, I don't know if it's popped up in your feed, but that band who, covered the End of Heartache with, you know, the vocalist that sounds exactly like Howard Jones. Because that was a hell of a pull, an algorithm pull. I win, by the way. Right before I got on Twitch. Bottom of my screen. I don't understand the question. Oh, right, yeah, no. I have the emulator set up to where it... when I play PAL games, I don't have the overscan bars on the top and bottom. Anyways, that is the end of Formula GP. We have won at all 8 tracks. Hopefully nothing crazy happens. I can't wait for the 5-star racing elitist gatekeeper to show up. Like starting a new game. So, that's Formula GP. I don't know what to say about it that I haven't already said about these games. I mean, this was just exactly like truck racing in that it was a copy-paste of All-Star Racing 2, of a section of All-Star Racing 2. Repurposed into its own game. So, I've done all this. I've done this song and dance before. This was another 2.25 hours of it. Yeah, and it was still painfully easy, except that one race where I won only by like half a lap instead of a full lap. So, that was the end of the Midas portion of the Kung Fu Games multiverse, I guess. I don't know. That was Formula GP. And that was Formula GP. So, with that, if you made it this far in the video, be sure to give it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Comment down below what your thoughts on this game was. And before we go, I'd like to give a special thanks to all of my YouTube channel members listed here for helping support the channel. If you want to help out and as well as get early access to my videos, you can do so by clicking the join button below. I really appreciate the support. So with that, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time for the next game of Midas Mayhem. Yeah.